YouTube, what's the deal? This is the Big Face Trucker coming at you. Well, today, you see I got the hood popped open. She's wide open. I don't know if you all remember that I was doing a problem with my AC. All right. And my APU was cool, but it wasn't cool enough. Here's the deal. When I'm driving down the road, right? Driving down the road and turn the AC on, it's hot. All right. It's a dirty ass truck. It's hot. So, being that the APU right here, right? These lines right here run to the front of the truck. If y'all could see that, it goes all the way up to the front of the truck. All right. So when I'm going down the road, I have no AC. My compressor is not coming on. Okay. So I look back here, right? This is your dryer right here and everything for your inside of your truck, which works fine. But it's not as cold as it used to be. All right. So what I had to do, you see that oldie but goodie right there, right? Bought that for, I ain't gonna tell you what I paid for that. But as it sit right now, it's worth some good money. Anyway, but this is the setup I got going on. All right, these are the AC gauges. You can get these at Harbor Freight for the low. All right. If you want to service your own AC stuff instead of taking to the dealer, downtime, blah, 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 you can pick one of these up right here. This is a vacuum. This vacuums all the moisture out. Everything comes out. Make sure you have oil in here, all right? Because you got to have oil for this, all right? Pag oil. And usually I would leave this on here for probably about, maybe 30, 45 minutes, somewhere around there. But this is the reason why you got the gauge. So when this gauge goes all the way down, which it is in the red, and this gauge go all the way down, that means that it's holding the vacuum. All right. So I just put this on, but as you see, still a little something coming out. But when I went to go check it, I checked for pressure and with the compressor and everything. Went back here and looked at the pressure switch. You see it right there, right? Check that. Make sure the wires wasn't frayed or nothing like that. The compressor wasn't coming on while I was going down the road. But when I'm sitting still at night sleeping, the back compressor will work. But it would go on, off, and I noticed that. So that was an indication of low Freon. All right. So 3 years running my Freon, yeah, it's need to be serviced. So what I'm doing is servicing it today. I'm gonna let it vacuum all the moisture out as much as possible. If you could see the little smoke coming out, I don't know. You know how these phones are. Well, there's a little bit of smoke coming out. Moisture, whatever. This filters it. It's against the law for you to open up your system, all right, into the atmosphere. All right, so don't let me catch you. Only technicians open refrigerant circuit in the automotive air conditioning system. See your manual for details. Yeah, right. Manual never helps, all right? You just got to have the knack for working on cars, trucks, buses, planes, whatever, all right? So I'm going to let this sit for a minute. As you see, it's going down. So what I'll do, right, these are open. You see they open? These are open. This is open. Turn it. You see the arrows right there. It's open. So it's sucking it dry. What I'm going to do is let it suck it down. All right. Till no more, I guess it's moisture, come out. And I'm going to put this in there. 4.13 or 134. And I have my PAG oil right here. So, and then that's the Freon right there. So I'm gonna load it up, service my own AC while I'm at home, sipping on cold beers and stuff like that, giving everybody a hard time at the house. That's what I'm gonna do. But right now, I'm home alone. So I figured I'd just do some work, paperwork. I'm doing some mad paperwork. You don't believe it. But I don't know if y'all remember the video when I had this belt change right here. This is the belt that I wanted the guy to change also. All right. I figured if you're going to change that belt, you have to take that belt off to get to this belt. So why didn't he change the other one? I had a big rip. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go online and I'm going to order the belt. And then all it takes is a half-inch drive, breaker bar, or ratchet. I would use a breaker bar and do it slowly. Bring it down and take the belt off. Don't do it and yank it, because these have a tendency of cracking. All right, this is brand new. He says that's what happens when them belts go bad. You gotta replace them. So that's a sales pitch. All right, if it has the tension, the belt's not squeaking, everything's fine, don't replace it. All right, but they do that to cover their ass. All right, but when you start doing stuff for your own, you know, that's what you do. You see how many bolts hold it on. It's 3 bolts that hold it on, 2 at the top and 1 at the bottom. So I'm gonna let this vacuum down for a while, and then I'm gonna come back out here and see if it holds the vacuum. Needles got to stay down in the red. All right, and if it holds the vacuum, that means there's no leak. So now we just load the system up, and that's how that goes. But I'm gonna get back to you on a part 2 of loading it up. Remember, this compressor was not working, so I found no Freon in it. So that's where I'm gonna go. I'm not even gonna say the compressor's bad, because there's no Freon to make the compressor go on, which operates off the pressure switch. So when it's pressure in there, it sends a ground to the compressor, and it kicks on and keeps you cool going down the road. So that's what's up. I hope this helps some people out to do your own AC in your Freightliner. Other trucks, probably it's the same as cars and everything. You can get the same thing and hook it up in other trucks. There's some other tools. I got a sniffer that actually sniffs out Freon. I don't recommend on putting the dye in the system. I don't. And if you do, you put a little bit. Don't put a whole lot. It's a messy situation. And also, I don't trust anything other than Freon in my system. When it comes to your orifice tubes and stuff like that, it could be clogged. Orifice tube is like a filter for the AC, and it actually catches all the trash before it goes into the compressor, so it doesn't mess the compressor up. So that's why you got to have it serviced. I will not be replacing an orifice tube. I believe the orifice tube probably would be in this line right here, but I'm not going to go all through that. If it holds this pressure and the air gets cold, I'm good to go. All right, and I'm not going to get into all of that deep stuff. Well, this is the Big Face Trucker signing off with a video at home about AC in your Freightliner. This is a 2016 Freightliner, so I'm figuring any Freightliner that's got the AC lines on this side, go ahead and do your own service. It's real simple. All right, it's real. The red, it's real simple. You can't mix these lines up. This is the big line, this is the little line. All right, you can't mix it up. High side, low side. You can't mix it up. The yellow is where you hook into your vacuum pump. All right, so that's what's up. All right, signing off. Y'all hold it down and I'll get back to you with a part 2. Peace.